Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Electric vehicle stocks are very popular and in these days. Long term, I think EV stocks will be the future for the next decade. Stocks like Tesla, NIO, Plug Power are all destined to be big players in our future, especially with the infrastructure bill. But lately, the last 3 months, these stocks have been going down. What do if you're holding the bag? If you bought these stocks at their all-time highs, and over the last few months, they've been dropping. That's what we're going to talk about today. As you know, the Stock Planner channel is a education channel, and we like to share our ideas. There's no better trader than yourself, so have confidence in your own ability to analyze and pick stocks. Don't rely on anybody on the internet. Do your own due diligence and learn it and win. That's what we're about. Let's get started. The Joe Biden regime has made electric vehicles their point topic and have decided to take the nation rapidly towards total electric vehicles for the future. And in fact, they plan on investing a large amount of money in charging stations and other infrastructure to facilitate the conversion to electric vehicles. They're also very popular with people that trade in stocks. This is an electric vehicle. They're all over the place, especially in cities. And everybody, all automobile companies are investing in some aspects of the electronic. Tesla is leading the way, but this is a Chinese company, and they have a very unique charging where they replace the entire battery and charge it. A charging system. It's mainly in cities at the moment, but it seems very popular and even popular for me. And this, I am holding a loser on NIO. And in the last 2 or 3 months, NIO has lost 58%. As you can see, NIO hit its peak in January of last year, and more or less it's been on a decline since. Will it reverse itself? As I said, I totally believe that NIO, Tesla, and other EV stocks will do well for the next decade. But if I bought here or here, thinking it was going to reverse, or here, I only have a loser if I bought there, but that's not what I did. I bought somewhere in here. I have a loser on my hands. Motley Fool has an interesting article entitled "Investing in Electric Car Stocks." I keep saying electronic. That's what my career field used to be. Electric car fields. Electronic cars, referred to as EV. Ford and General Motors are investing heavily in EV stocks, so you can use that as a play if you haven't invested in electric vehicles so far. There's NIO, very popular, and Tesla, which I don't think is going to grow. Tesla's not going to grow as fast as it has been in the past. It's going to have a rough year. All these EV stocks are going to have a rough year. Stay away from nickel. Tesla's the industry leader. Yeah, we can agree. All these other companies are going to catch up. And as I said, NIO is a Chinese car company, mainly in cities. It's got a unique blink charging and plug power, PLUG, are very popular. All these stocks are playable EV stocks. And there's even an ETF if you don't want to pick your stocks, BW. This is PBW, Invesco Clean Energy ETF. And we can see about January, February, it went down as well. Let's see what Tesla has done. Well, you have to love Tesla. In September, October, it seemed to take a life of its own. But up until that point, there was a good portion of the time where it was a downward trend. So as I said, I lost 58%, or could have lost. But I have a bagger, a 3-bagger in NIO. I don't have any investment in Tesla. I've never driven an EV car. Now, ChargePoint is another one that's very popular, especially since the Biden administration has taken over. And it's trading under the ticker CHPT. Yeah, it's the same story. If you invested it anywhere up in here, you're holding a 3-bagger. And it looked like ChargePoint lost more than 30%. Anyway, it's a loser. These charging stations are going to be all over the place. They're on the major highways now at the truck stops. And I played Plug Power several times this year for short-term plays. I just can't seem to win. Let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, same story. Down. By the way, this is TradingView on the weekly. And TradingView is a free package. Allows you to do a lot of things and do a lot of indicators. Currently, I don't have my indicators turned on, but I could. And it tells you where, maybe where the possible buys are. It looks like it's signaling for my stochastic a buy here, and the RSI is in, it's oversold. Maybe a buy soon for plug. This is on the weekly. You can always do it. I trade often on the daily. You can swing down to the day, and it's showing a buy for plug. The RSI. This is the RSI. By the way, my settings are in the description below. You can use, if you like this, I've used the zero lag, MACD, the RSI, stochastic RSI, and the RSI set at 4. My settings are set in that description, and these indicators are free. But currently, I'm not in plug. I'm in NIO, and I have a loser in my IRA. Yeah, this is going to be a big changeover. Now, I hope nobody bought those stocks at the highs. You're probably sitting, if you did, you're sitting on a loss. But I firmly believe that these EV stocks for the next 10 years are going to go up. They are our future, dictated and mandated by the government. I am holding a NIO bag. So what am I going to do about it? I'm going to sell some covered calls. And covered calls is where you own the stock, and I have a small share, around 200 shares, not much, that I own the stock. And I'm currently losing around $500 to $600 on that investment. And so what I'll do is sell a call against those 100 shares and 200 shares of stock. That's 100 shares at a time. So I would sell 2 calls every month at a higher strike until the stock recovers. In other words, if I bought the stock at 35, I'm going to sell a 35 call. If the stock ever gets up there, that means my shares have went up, and I'll give them up to anybody that wants those stocks. At least I'll break even. Or I can sell it at 36 or 37. You won't get as much money. Do I think it's going to get up to 35 by next month? It could be, but it's going to go. I think it's going to be slow growth. So sell some 35s, 36s on it until it recovers. In any case, I won't lose as much as I'm losing today. And that's my strategy. You can turn a 1, 2, 3 bag loser into a winner by selling covered calls. I'll show you in a minute how I'm going to do that. There's a free tool, and they have a paid version too, that if you want to get a little more into this and need a little more help, I recommend getting a paid version. But right now I'm using the free, and I want to sell a call right here. And I'll select the stock as NIO, and that's about a month out. And if I sell a 31, it's currently trading at 30, but I'm in at say 35. So I don't want to let them go. But I don't think they're going down. I think they're going up. At 35, I'll get $81 for the month. If it doesn't reach 35 and close above 35, I'll get to keep my shares. And I'll get to keep the rise as well. But if it goes above 35, those shares will be eaten away. Of course, I'll break even. And if I do it 36, make $1, which would give me $100 profit on a $100 share, my net credit goes down to $67. And I'm switching to graph. I'm on graph. This is table. And here's the profit. So if it stays below 36.67, I'm going to be able to keep my profit. 36.67 is about 20%. So you're betting for the next month it's not going to go increase by more than 20%. That's a good bet. So I'm going to sell covered calls, collect the premium, either 67 or 87, and I'm probably going to do the other one, be a little more aggressive, and do that until I recover for NIO. Now, I'm going to warn you, I don't anticipate the EV stocks to grow like they have grown in the past. Some of the hype is already built in these stocks. I do expect them to grow. Our economy is in flux right now with the inflation issues and some other things. So this could take a year to recover. But NIO and some of these EV stocks like ChargePoint, Plug Power, I believe is worth the wait. So that's how I'm handling it. I'm going to sell covered calls against the shares that I own. If the price goes above 67, 36, 67, 36.67, my shares that I own will be called away, but I also receive that profit of the rise. So either way, it's cool. Covered call strategy is a very safe way of investing. However, if this market seriously goes down, covered call strategy may not be your best strategy. What I'm thinking is, for me, is that the EV stocks have a future. They already been beaten down, and if they do go down, it won't go down as fast as some of the other stocks. Especially if we're hell bent on rebuilding our infrastructure and converting to electric vehicles. Let me know in the description what you think of this strategy. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip. Selling covered calls on my 3-bagger. Happy trading.